I
So can I ask?
only
Oh,
go ahead,
so,
go ahead.
so was your choice to retire was based on your body breaking down and it wasn't based on limitations of opportunities due to the political environment? Just to
Oh,
clarify.
oh no, no. That
Okay.
plays a huge part in it too. That
Okay.
plays an absolutely huge part in it too. Like, cause I'm pretty sure if I really wanted to, and like if I knew that those opportunities would like eventually present themselves, then yeah, I could have pushed my body. Like, I could have been like, yeah, you know what, like yeah, cause like people do this, like some people get signed when they're 35, like and I'm like, I still got like I'm 5 years away from that, like. So yeah, and I absolutely could like figure out something to like get through the pain or switch my styles around a bit so I could like manage to uh handle whatever grueling schedule I have to like continue. But it's scary to travel by yourself when you're a trans woman in 2026. I'll say that, and I not only do travel by myself, but I also advertise where I'll be. And I'll be like, yep, I'll be here signing autographs at this hour at this address. Yes. Yeah, that's information I get scared to like put out there, but I have to because like, I'm an entertainer. I'm promoting a show. I'm
Hey,
doing
you need some bodyguards.
yeah.
No,
Well, not anymore. I'm retired. But yeah, like and thankfully nothing crazy bad happened. Like there were a couple of close calls here and there, but um yeah, like that the lack of opportunities and or lack of perceived opportunities because I don't know if there was even gonna like be there, right? Like this is all theoretical, but like these are risks I wasn't gonna be willing to put myself at because I don't know how bad it can get. I might
right.
put my family in danger. I might put like other people in danger. Like, for like my biggest fear was like someone coming after me in a show and hurting someone else. Like, like it's terrifying. Like, a few years ago, you heard about that nightclub shooting in Orlando where they targeted
hmm
like gay people, and now we live in a day and age where like there's open like they're openly advocating for like you know hatred and bigotry, like, and it's almost being celebrated that it's like like it's freaking awful that the number one opposition right now are the most powerful people in our country, like billionaires, the government, the president, like shit, like okay, like these are the things that I had to like and my contemporaries, my fellow queer wrestlers, we all have to fight that. Um, and if my body wasn't failing, then yeah, I would still pretty much like pursue this. Like why not? I always promised myself I was gonna do this until I can't. But one time I did a match, went great, and the next day I was supposed to do another match, and I realized, oh no, I can't walk. I can't even walk to the venue. Eventually I did though, but that woke me up because I'm like, okay, great. Like, what it could be because my body's changing and maybe going through puberty isn't the perfect time for you to be putting your body through a bunch of bumps and tables. But yeah, like, sorry to get like long-winded on that answer.
No,
No, that's
it's
fine. We love
No,
perfectly.
it was a
long-winded.
beautiful answer. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like no, like
How, how
You
long?
mentioned.
Mhm.
Hold on
Go
a
ahead.
second, Walter, because I did want to piggyback on one other thing she went to. You mentioned the socio-political climate and everything. Is discrimination something you dealt with a lot backstage? This was something we were kind of hesitant to bring up, but when we heard you mention the
hmm
climate, I figured go ahead and, you know,
No.
okay.
Backstage was great for me. Mostly because like the companies I work for are cool, so I
Hmm.
never really had to deal with that. But like every once in a while, I find myself in a place where it's like not really as cool. So I would sit in a corner, go on my phone, mind my own business, and go about it like a professional. And the thing is, like, I like to think I'm a good wrestler. Like, you know, like whenever I get brought in for a company, I know I draw, like, you know, there's going to be at least 5 to 10 people that came specifically for me, hopefully. So, you know, I'll sell tickets. So from a business standpoint, nobody could deny me my spot in the locker room because I make the promotion a bit money. So you know, I think that because of my notoriety on the internet, and they see like it's like, you know, when I'm part of an event and I collaborate with people on social media posts, usually the numbers do well. So you know, from a business standpoint, anybody that looks at me as part of like a program knows that I'm not just there to like provide a service as in like wrestle. I'm also there to help bring attention to it online. And because of that, like usually backstage people kind of look at me and go like, yeah, we know why you're here. We will leave you to your own thing. And I've never injured anybody. Like I've never hurt anybody. Like most of my matches are good. Like, you know, so, you know, I was a reliable sort. Like never brought controversy to any locker room, like, which is great. Like I got through my entire career with no backstage controversies. What the fuck is up? Let's go. So yeah.
Except you used my
You-
name.
you brought up the online presence and the notoriety. I gotta say, when I first put up the post on Instagram announcing you, that post got over 12,000 views. That's
Oh wow.
arguably the biggest post I've ever put on Instagram. So that just goes to show what you're talking about there, because you reshared it and then other people that you know reshared it, you know. So just that graphic going out in the initial announcement, and then the spiral, you know, the telephone effect, you know, you tell two friends and they tell two friends, over 12,000 views on that post. So
Yeah, and I'm retired too. So like imagine if I wasn't retired, you know?
absolutely